So our Pilates session this morning, we'll start with a little bit of warming up, and then we're going to take it into more yoga inspired mobilization and stretching before we take it to the floor. So first thing you want to do is make sure that you are engaged through those core muscles. Root in yoga, we call it a root lock, which is pelvic floor, and deep abdominals as well. All right. And just start to rock the body back and forth, toes and heels. Okay. Just gently rocking back and forth. And just get that sense of balance as you do that. Coming up onto the toes and coming back down through the heels. And just swinging the arms. And as you're doing this, keeping the neck nice and long. And keeping the shoulders soft down your back. And breathe in as you rise up. And breathe out as you come down. So we're going to take that a little bit more dynamic by taking it into a gentle squat back. And then up. So send the hips back. Rise up onto the toes as you inhale. As you come down to squat, exhale. Lift the chest as you reach up and keep the belly drawn in. Knees aligned with feet. And as we come up, let's try and hold a balance on this next one. Just hold it up, reach it up, and then come back down. Soften the knees, keep the arms up, sweep the hands. We're going to go all the way around. We're going to keep going round. So articulating the spine now, rolling round in this one direction, breathing in, side, front, rolling round. Relax the neck and the shoulders and breathe. Change direction. So just work your way around, legs as straight as you like. Breathe. And then release. And just loosen the shoulders off. Whilst you step the feet out and take the toes out and squat down there. So into a wider leg squat here. Again, thinking about good form. Chest lifted, belly drawn in. Hands can be on your thighs, or we could reach them up as we come up, curl down as we go down. Exhale, curl down, inhale up. And just as you come up, open up through the chest and the shoulders. As you curl down, tuck the chin in. As deep into that, feels good for you. In, breath down. Out, breath up. And one more. And release. And tuck the toes in and stretch the arms out. And take a twist. And take a reach. Standing saw. In, breath, twist. And exhale, reach. Use that breath to guide you as to how deep you're going with your stretch. Twist on the in-breath, and on the out-breath, reach down. Let's do one more of those. And then release. And then just standing on your mat, feet maybe towards the width of the mat, so a little bit wider than hip distance. And then from here, we're going to squat, reaching the arms out, and then come back and draw the arms back. You're going to reach out and then draw the arms back. So reach, and then maybe making some fists and squeezing the shoulders back. Shoulder blades towards one another. Keep that neck long. Keep the belly drawn in, chest lifted. Deep into your squat, as feels good for you. So building some body heat now. Reaching away, coming back, thighs nice and strong. And then one more of those. And then coming up and draw the feet a little bit closer together. So hip distance apart. And you're standing towards the front of your mat. And then you're going to do a roll down. You're going to take your chin to your chest. And then start rolling down. Try not to let your hips stick out. Drawing your abdominals in. Letting your arms hang. And breathe. And then from there, we're going to roll it back up. Track the hands up the legs. And restack your spine. Standing tall. Chin to chest. We're going again. Rolling down from the neck, from the shoulders, upper back, middle spine, through to your lumbar, scooping your belly in. And breathing. And rolling back up. Restacking that spine. And then this time as you come up, we're going to draw your right leg up. And we're going to find a bit of balance. Okay? And then from here, we're going to take your left hand to the outside of your leg. Okay, and your right hand, we're going to reach it round. And we're going to take a twist there. And then you could maybe look round to your right hand. And then come back and place the foot on the floor again. Keep that core engaged. Chin to chest, roll down through your spine. We'll do the other leg in a sec. So rolling down, scooping the belly in. So I'm trying to get a little bit more range, opening up through the spine, through the vertebrae, separating the vertebrae, maybe a little deeper at the bottom. And then roll it back up again to restack your spine. And then we're going to come to that balance on the other side. So left leg up. Right hand to outside of the right leg, the left leg. And take the left hand behind, sweep it behind. And now see if you can follow that hand. And then come back. And then roll down again. Breathe. Now this time when we go down, just let your hands either rest on your feet or on the floor or on your legs or on your thighs and start to bend the knees. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. And then we're going to bend the right leg. And we're going to take the left arm up. And we're going to rotate. And breathe. And then we're switching. We're bending the left leg. And we're going to reach up. And then we're bringing those hands down. And we're keeping the knees soft. Bending the knees a little more. Lifting the chest and placing the hands on the thighs and pulling the belly in. Take an in-breath there. Tuck the tailbone. Scoop the belly around the back and open up through the shoulder blades. Once again, bend the knees, lift the chest, inhale, pull the abdominals deep, and exhale into a cat, straightening up a little bit more through the legs. And again, tailbone away, chest lifting. And then tuck that tailbone under, scoop the belly around the back, and then cat stretch, and now roll all the way up. Come to standing tall. Bring those feet maybe a little closer again. As you bring your right leg up again, take both hands around the leg if you can, okay? And breathe. So just keeping your left hand on your leg, sweep this right hand around again, and see if we can go further, following the hand, if you can, using the wall where you need. Coming back to the center, and then lowering down. Let's try the other leg. Draw your left leg up, knee coming in, into that deep hip flexion. Find a point to focus on, keep the right hand on the leg, and take the left hand behind. And breathe, keep that core engaged, and reach round. Coming back, and bring the feet hip distance apart again. Okay, so from here, bring those feet closer together, bending the knees. Okay, so you're into a narrow leg squat. All right, from here, we're going to get your left elbow, try and twist round to get it to the outside of your right thigh. And then if you place palm on palm, belly strong, chest lifted. Breathe, press against that elbow, and the elbow pressing against the knee, making sure your knees staying aligned with your leg, with your foot, sorry. And breathe. And then release. Come back up. Again, draw the belly in, soften the knees, send the hips back. Take the right elbow round the outside of your left thigh, palm on palm, and breathe. Twisting, sending the hips back, breathing, and then roll up again. And take some breath. Okay, once again, bend those knees. And then this time, let's take the left hand down and the right hand up, and breathe. Left hand down to the floor, step your left leg back, okay, and reach up with your right hand. So if it feels too much, to sort your hands out, so maybe they want to be in line with your foot, maybe you need to drop your knee down, okay? If you don't need to, then keep it up stretched, and breathe. And then just bring both hands down, step forwards again, soften the knees, and then from here, twist with the left hand up and step your right leg back. Okay, so hand and foot aligned, stretch the back leg away, or drop the knee down to the floor. Breathe. Coming back, soften those knees, and breathe. Take the hands down, and then from here, tuck the head in, and try straightening the legs up with the hands as low down, either the legs or the floor as you can. And breathe, shift the weight forwards, forward bend here. We're going to step back with your right leg. Okay, we're going to step back with your left leg, and we're going to come to downward facing dog. If it feels too much, come down to your knees. Pull your abdominals in, and send the tailbone away. And work those heels down, softening the knees where you need. Taking some breath. Lengthen it out. Drop the knees down. And send the tops of the feet to the floor. And stretch back into child's posture. And breathe. Rise up onto those knees And step your right leg forward. And send your left knee away and sink down. Okay, keep sinking down and reach the arms up and lift. And feel that stretch into the hip flexors, into that back leg. Breathe. And then take your right hand to the inside of your right leg. Take your left hand a little wider, maybe off the mat now. Shuffle the right foot out and then push against the inside of this right leg and let the knee roll out and the foot roll out to the side. And breathe. Pushing away, opening the chest, weight over to the left. And then from here, bring the foot back down, but sweep the right hand back behind. And reach. And breathe. And then come back. And then straighten out through your front leg. Take the hands down to the floor or down your leg. And then from there, come back forwards again. Sink down. And then stretch back. So we're going to go back to stretch. Forwards into that deeper hip flexor stretch. Back. Toes up, heels away. And then forwards. Deeper stretch. So keep breathing. Long through the spine. Draw the belly in. Last one. And then bring the hands inside. Take the knees back and stretch back into child's posture. And breathe. And whilst you're there in your child's posture, walk your hands round to your right. And feel the stretch down through the side of the spine. Walk the hands round to the left. And feel the stretch down through the right side of your spine. Come back to the center and rise up to that high kneeling position. Stepping this left foot forwards this time. Okay, and sink down into that deep stretch for the hip flexor on the right leg. Sweep the hands up if that feels okay. And lift. Throw the arms back. Open the chest. Keep reaching up. Space between ears and shoulders. And breathe. And then from there, the right hand's going to go wider than the mat maybe. And the left hand, as you shuffle your foot out of it, is going to go to the inside of the left leg and you just push against the inside. Let that left foot roll out to the edge of the foot. Pushing away, like you're pushing away, sending your weight over to the right. And breathe. If it feels okay, bring the foot back and then sweep the left hand back. Okay. Breathe. Make sure your knees are comfortable with this. Release from there. And we're going to straighten out through that front leg. Hands down the leg or the floor. Breathe. Toes up, heels away. And then we're going to shift the weight forwards again. Use the hands for support. And then back to open up through the back of the knee. And breathe. Don't forget to engage those core muscles. Pelvic floor, deep abs. So you're going to get this stretch into hamstrings, but also into that lower back. Breathe, toes up, heels away. And again, last time. And then release, bring the knee back, and come back into your child's posture. And take some breath. And breathe. Okay, so we've got the hands nice and wide on the mat. And we're going to shift the weight forwards, taking the head over the hands and drop down with the chest. and push back up. Come back to child's posture, send the hips back. And then forwards again, drop down and push back up, working through the backs of the arms and the chest muscles. If you feel you want more, tuck your toes, lift your knees off, and then take it through into more of a pouncing position as we go back, and then a full press up position as we come forwards. Same things apply. Keep the head well over the hands. Keep the abdominals nice and strong. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to press. And one more. And then knees coming down. And send the hips back. And breathe. Take some breath. Deep and wide into your back in your child's posture. And then rise up onto high kneeling position. Make sure the knees are comfortable. Knees under the hips. Reach the arms out. And take it back through to a thigh stretch. On the out breath. And come back forwards on the in breath. And stretch the fingers away. Slowly back. We're trying to be very precise and controlled this morning. Two of the principles of our Pilates routine. So nice and slow and controlled movement. Going as deep into it, but with keeping the same form. Try not to arch up through the spine. Strong line from ear, shoulder, hip, knee. One more. And take the hands down and come to all fours. Come forwards a little bit on the mat and step the right leg back. Draw the belly in. Turn the left palm to face up and then sweep it underneath and reach through. Okay, get that rotation, hold that position, and then come up and reach up. Next time, as you sweep through slowly, maybe try lifting your right leg. See if that's happening. Do this slow and controlled, and reach back up. So much slower than you normally would. Exhale to reach through, lifting the leg. Slowly reaching up. You don't have to lift that leg, it can stay on the floor. Focus on that rotation through the thoracic spine and that work to open up the chest and the shoulders. Or you lift the back leg on the out breath. You lower down on the in breath. Last one. And release. Back to child's posture, or you could also do downward dog if you want, tucking your toes in, under, and lifting the hips up and pulling the belly in. So come back up to your high kneeling position. So knees under hips, arms nice and strong, thighs nice and strong. Reach out. This time, lift those arms up. Take a nice deep in breath there, and then go back on the out breath. Holding it there, sweep the right hand back. Keep everything else steady. Come back to the center and lift up again, inhale. Exhale, we're going back. So reaching the hands away, we're going deep into thigh stretch, and then sweeping the hand round. Coming back. Inhale at the top. Exhale, go back. Inhale, twist. Exhale, come back. And inhale to lift at the top. Slower again than you normally would. Trying to get as much range as you can, but at the same time, trying to maintain that stillness in the body. So that stability there by engaging those deep postural muscles, pelvic floor, deep abdominal. Keep the neck nice and long. Shoulder blades soft down the back. You're breathing in to lift. You're breathing out to stretch back. You're breathing in to twist. We're going to do one more. Really try to challenge yourself, that rotation. And then come back. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Remember, take a breather whenever you need. Step your left leg back this time. Spread your fingers wide. Draw your belly in, turn your right palm up and reach it through. And just hold it there. Stretch it out there through the scapula, shoulder blade, and then also into the thoracic spine. Now sweep the hand up. Inhale. As you come through this time, you could lift your left leg up. Thread through with the right hand, lift the left leg. You slowly take the foot down lightly and you twist up to the other side. Exhale through. You can lift the leg and lower the leg as you twist and slow and control. Maybe keep the foot down if you're finding it hard to stabilize, because that is a difficult move to maintain that stability. Otherwise, if it's feeling good, you keep your abs engaged, your thighs on, you're breathing. Get as much rotation through that middle spine as you can, using your breath. One more, exhale through. And inhale up. And again, hands go forward, ready for down dog or child's posture. Let's go back. Belly's drawn in and breathe. This time, come back up to that high kneeling and take your hands to your lower back here. All right, and we're just going to keep the thighs on and push the hips forward. Okay, and just take it into just a little bit of a back bend here. Breathing, open the chest, press the hips forward, squeeze the thighs. Chin can be tucked or head can go back. Breathe. Lengthening, stretching front of the body, strengthening back of the body. Release from there. Send the hips back and come back down into child's posture. And breathe. Come back up to hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. And then send your right arm and your left leg away. And now sweep the right hand and tuck the left knee. Exhale, inhale, sweep. And exhale, tuck. Inhale, sweep. And exhale, tuck. Nice and slow. Inhale, sweep. And exhale, tuck. So if it's too much, you're losing that stability, then just keep the right hand on the floor and just tuck. Okay, otherwise everything switched on and working together, maintaining that stability. And one more in breath away, exhale, tuck. Come down, stretch it back, take the weight off of those wrists and send the hips back and breathe nice and deep into your ribs. Come back to hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Sweep that left arm and right leg away. Exhale. Then take an in breath and then tuck the knee. And exhale to tuck. In breath away. Big stretch. Exhale to tuck. Keep the body still. So imagine you've got that tray of glasses on your back. And we're trying to maintain that position. So you're breathing out to tuck, you're breathing in to reach. Again, if it's too much, remember, take the left hand down and just do the leg action. Really focus on maintaining that real steadiness in the body, trying to keep the weight directly through the center. Use your breath. Extend out, tuck in. Last one. And then take the knees a little bit wider. Come back into your child's posture. And breathe. Lower down onto the floor, rest your forearms down. And just hold that position, just lifting the chest, pulling the abdominals in, and breathing. Relax the neck. Lengthening out through the front of the body. And then release down, bend the elbows, drop the head, and take some breath. Lift the feet up, and just give me a leg kick there, swimming legs. Drawing the abs in, head can be down, or you can lift the head. Okay, remember you're kicking from your hips, not from your knees. Certainly not from your ankles, certainly not from your toes. Kick from your hips, pull your abdominals deep. Breathe. Now either keep this one going or take a rest, or turn the toes out and tap the heels together. And breathe. Working a little bit more into those glutes. Again, rest the head or lift it, whatever feels good for you. Breathe, abs pulled in, thighs on. And then rest the feet down, let the heels roll out. And then just roll the hips side to side. And breathe. Okay, stretch those arms out to the side and lift the arms up. Okay, lift the chest. And lower down. And lift. Stretch the fingers away, open the chest. Long in your neck, and lower down. And again, lift. And lower. This time, bend the elbows. Lift, try lifting the feet as well. Stretch, press the arms forwards now. And in breath back. Press the arms forwards, keep the elbows lifted, and come back. So focus on really keeping the chest lifted, shoulders lifted, belly strong. You've either got the feet off the floor or on the floor. You can every time come back down and take a rest, or we can maintain this work pressing out on the out breath and in breath back. So working into those back extensors and into the shoulder girdle. And one more. Take the hands out and turn the head to the right. And breathe. And lift your right leg up. Sweep it over your left leg. And try to reach it down to the floor on that left side. Keeping the hands down, looking to the right. We're going to switch. Turn the head to the left. Lift the left leg up. Sweep it over. See if you can reach that foot down at all towards the right side with the hands down. And then switch again. Turn the head. And reach round. And then switch. Lift the left leg. Up and over. And stretch. And then return to the center and bring those hands back to the front and just rest. From here, you're going to kick your right heel up, keeping the knees together, and we're going to reach for that foot. So if this is too much to do it on your front, then roll onto your side. Keep the hips down, keep the knees together. Pull the heel, the sole of the foot up. Release that leg. Switch. Reach. Draw the knees together. Engage through the opposite leg. Keep the hips down, not arching up through the spine. You're breathing, either on your front or your side. So either switch legs again, or if you can, we try both of it together. And we work the hands down the feet, down the legs. And we try pressing into those hands. And try lifting the chest. Squeezing through those shoulder blades. Breathe. And then release. And then take it back into your child's posture again. And take some breath. And then finally, we're going to roll around onto our backs. Okay, chin slightly tucked and broad across the collarbones. And just take some breath there and take some behind the head if you need it to keep that length through your neck. Breathe. So in breath, arch your spine. Exhale, imprint your spine. And then peel your spine up and off the floor into your pelvic curl. And then in breath to prepare, scoop the belly in, roll down, keeping the knees steady. Back to the floor. In breath, arch. Exhale, imprint. Peeling up from that lumbar spine. All the way up into your pelvic curl. In breath, prepare, scoop the belly in. And exhale to roll back down. Keep the feet steady, keep the knees steady. In breath, arch. Exhale, imprint. And peel up. Bella's decided to make a little move. Lift the hips, squeeze through the inner thighs. In breath, prepare. And exhale, roll it down. So one more time, and this time we're going to stay up. Peeling up. Lift the hips. Okay, and then lift the arms up and over the head, but try to maintain the same position in the rib cage, not arching up through the spine. Exhale, bring the hands down. And inhale up and over. So body's really still. And breath up and over. And exhale, coming back down. Keep that same position. Everything tight, braced. Make sure you're breathing. Next time we come up and over and bring the arms back, see if you can just hold that position. Okay, now start to slowly dip the hips down and bring the hands up. And then bring the head up. And then tuck the chin in and reach the hands either side of those legs and just start to pump the arms up and down. Stretch the fingers nice and wide and breathe. Broad across the collarbones. Same breath. Nice and slow. In through the nose, out through the mouth. But with the arms working into your hundreds. Breathe. Take the right leg up to knee fold. And keep pumping those arms. If that neck starts to strain, take a hand behind the head. Keep curled up. Don't pull on the neck. Breathe. Take the other leg to knee fold. Knee above the hips. Arms pumping. Breathe. So keep curled up. Reset every time. Trying to get a little bit more range. If we can, we're going to stretch one leg long. Keep it high. Keep pumping the arms. If that feels too much, regress to your knee fold or take a foot to the floor. Then just keep changing arms. If you've got a hand behind the head, change legs. Stretch out one leg, other leg, knee fold. Don't take it any further back than the hip. Breathe, keep curled up. Keep pumping those arms. Can you stretch both legs out? Breathe, work with your level, but challenge yourself. Eyes are on. Can you lower the legs a little bit? Keep pumping those arms. Breathe. Can you lower the legs again? Breathe. Can you lower the legs again? Breathe. And then finally, can you sweep the arms up and over and hold it? Stretch, maybe interlace fingers. Stretch the toes, pull the belly in. And then hug the knees in. And then take the head side to side. And release the neck. And breathe. And circle those knees out and round. Open up around the hips, release the back, changing direction. And then from there, take the arms out to the side, take the knees to one side. And look over the opposite shoulder. And breathe. Come back to the center, take the knees to the other side, looking over the opposite shoulder. And breathe. Come back, place the feet on the floor. Okay, we're going to take your right foot and just place it on top of your left thigh, figure of four. We're going to draw the left leg up and we're going to take it into a figure of four stretch there, reaching through, pulling up to open the hips, heads up or down, whatever's working for you. Keep breathing. And release. So right foot down, left foot on top of right thigh, reach through and into that figure of four stretch, head up or down. Keep drawing the leg up. Keep breathing to open the hips up. Heads up or down. Keep working to open up the hips on the left side. And release. Stretch the legs out. Stretch the arms out. And just reach, maybe reach the left arm away a little bit and stretch, lengthen out the body. Walk the feet up, hug the knees in. Roll yourself up. Swing yourself round. Take the hands to the front of your mat, tuck your toes, lift your hips, pull your belly in, and pedal your heels up and down. Downward facing dog. Push the floor away. Gradually start to walk your hands to your feet. And then roll it up. And restack. Okay, just sweep the hands behind your head. And just take a little side bend. And switch, little side bend. And then release the hands and just do a gentle tapping against the body, a little bit of rotation there. And then finally, shake it out. All right, there we go. Job done. Thanks for joining me.